What is going on, guys? Jack here, and I am back with episode 5 of my West Ham United career mode. If you want to show love and support for the series like you have been doing in the last previous episodes, then make sure you do smash that like button. It only takes a couple of seconds out of your day, and I really do appreciate it. Without further ado though, we do get straight into this one. As you can see at the start of the episode, we did have a time lapse when we were going to get our left back Masuku and obviously Winston Reid back 4 and 3 weeks respectively. So we're playing O'Brien and Tompkins at the back in this game at the Etihad as we visit Manchester City, who are 2 points behind us. So a win here today would see them leapfrog us, and we do not want that this early on in the season, especially when we have European ambitions. Not the Champions Cup. I think if we get into the Europa League again this year, that's a major great contribution to our season, and I'll be so happy with that. But as you can see here, we kick off the game getting pretty much dominated. Fernandinho onto the ball, plays it into Fernando, across all the way into the box. Does actually find David Silva. The acrobatic shot does go wide with the Marcus. We get a rare chance to go forward here. Sacco does lay it off into Mark Noble. Great play here from our skipper. Puts a beautiful weighted ball over the top to Danny Ceballos, but Hart does hold on. Game's still here at deadlock as we get into the first 10 minutes here. Kevin De Bruyne lines up a free kick from range into the box. Does actually find Fernando, but Adrian does hold on. Very good from him as we get into the 19th minute here. De Bruyne a long free kick into the box this time, finds Sagna, and again Adrian does keep him at. Very interesting game so far. Saka comes really close to getting the head onto the ball here, but it does fall to Sam Byron, who changes two players, gets through on goal, shoots, and the Englishman does get a fellow save from his countryman there. 0-0 as we go into half time. West Ham needs to perform a little bit better, you feel. It's a backs to wall job, and I actually feel so grateful we didn't play 3-5-2 in all honesty, because we are getting absolutely hammered in defence at the moment. So we need as many numbers back as possible. And I think our best case scenario here is, as much as I hate to say it, as Tompkins pulls off a brilliant block there, as much as I hate to say it, I think we need to just chill and try and get the 0-0 draw. As De Bruyne goes through on goal here, completely falls our whole defence, but again Adrian was there to deny him. Very good goal kick from him. He's been incredible today. As the ball comes into the box, Sacco wins the header. Hart holds on. Let's make some substitutions now. Diarra coming on, and Yang and Victor Moses trying to make a difference into this game, but it would still all be City as De Bruyne does find Zabaleta into the path of Fernandinho, finds Aguero. Couldn't get enough on that to beat Adrian, who, like I said, has been in the form of his life today. Sterling links up with Fernandinho into De Bruyne, back into Sterling. Cheeky one to Kolarov, heads it down to Otamendi, tries to loop Adrian, never going to happen from there. Otamendi again comes forward, Ogbonna tries to clear this one away. He doesn't really get much on it as Tompkins tries to clear it, but De Bruyne gets his header to it, and Adrian again clears that ball away. The game would come to an end here. Yeah, he had a very frustrating evening or afternoon of football, should I say, especially for us. I just feel like we was pinned back and we didn't really have many opportunities to penetrate the Manchester City defence, and unfortunately it did end in a 0-0 draw. But we can take a lot of positives from this, and the major one is we've kept a clean sheet and we haven't lost at the Etihad. Again, that is a major achievement for this club going forward. You know, obviously in real life they did actually beat Manchester City, but I still think we're performing very well. And Reece Oxford and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, very impressive in training yet again, as we do win a Capital One Cup tie against Ipswich. Oxford picks up a little knock. Obiang does get sent off, but Antonio and Diarra do get the goals as we win 2-0 against Ipswich. Only 2 days Reece Oxford's out for, so that's not too bad. And guys, just a friendly reminder, if you are enjoying the episode today, make sure you do hit that like button, show your love for the series. I really would appreciate it. Only takes a couple seconds out your day as we get ready for a game against Norwich at Upton Park. Here's the starting 11. Sacco, Payet, Lanzini, Dyer, Noble, Ceballos, O'Brien, Ogbonna, Tompkins, Byram, and Adrian. As you can see here, the West Ham team is in second position after that draw, 1 point off the top from West Brom, but it's again very close between the other sides as Robbie Brady does make his debut today. 1.4 million arrived from Hull to Norwich, so it'll be interesting to see how he actually does do in the Canary shirt as we get ready for the game. Slimani, a major player to watch up top here. Nathan Redmond on the bench, and even Cameron Jerome. We know what they can do. We know they are powerful players. As Slimani gets onto the ball here. Great bit of play from Norwich strikers. He finds Graham Dorrans into, I believe, Naismith. Naismith plays the ball into Howson, cleared away from Tompkins, but Norwich are threatening very early on. They'd come forward again with Stephen Whittaker. Completely fools Joe O'Brien down that left-hand side. Stephen Whittaker, the Scotsman, does get through. Plays it into the box. Byram clears away only as far as Howson with the shot. Adrian saves. Slimani puts the effort. I'm gutted. I'm not going to lie. I'm absolutely gutted about that, but it just happens. It just happens. The ball come in from Howson, brilliant effort from him. and that is a really good finish there from Slimani to find the back of the net. So there's nothing we can really do on that occasion. It was disappointing, but that's just so what football is, and we have to get back into the game as Payet links into Sacco, into Lanzini. Lanzini into a great opportunity, and he does send it just like that. West Ham are back on terms, and I'm very pleased with that one. The ball just come in, great footballing move, I must admit. And, you know, Payet linked up to Sacco. Sacco unselfishly did play it into Lanzini, who was in a better scoring position, and he does sink that to make it 1-1. We're back on level terms, and that is Manuel Lanzini's first goal in the Barclays Premier League. Well done, son, as we continue to try and push for our first win in a couple of Barclays Premier League games now. It's been very frustrating. We've actually been held quite a bit. City, Liverpool, just to name a few. So we're looking to get back onto winning terms. Obviously, we did beat Newcastle, but one shot is not good enough against this Norwich side, who we should be outplaying and, you know, getting in behind rather frequently. But West Ham, being West Ham, we're not going to give up as Dyer brings us forward. He does actually find Manuel Lanzini. The Argentine gets the ball into the box, looks for Payet. It does get cleared away though, but dangerous attacking move from the Hammers as we come forward now with Danny Ceballos onto the edge of the box to skipper Mark Noble with the shot. And John Ruddy does produce a very good save as the game still remains at 1-1. Slimani brings Norwich forward now into Graham Dorrans. Dorrans plays it onto the oncoming Nathan Redmond, who completely rips Ceballos for pace here. Redmond crosses it in, safely into the clutches of Adrian as Lanzini brings us forward. The Argentine links up beautifully with Diafra Sacco. Sacco into Payet. Payet, what can a French do? Cuts inside, shoots, and it's just blocked there. Very, very disappointing as we bring on Mahmoud Dahoud, Diarra and Mikel Antonio to try and get a bit of an advantage in this game as Lanzini comes forward now. Great play from Manuel, the first goal scorer of the game for us, as he does play the ball into James Tompkins. Tompkins turns, shoots, saved by Ruddy. Very disappointing as Byram comes forward now. Does link up with Lanzini yet again, who's causing all kinds of problems. It's Manuel Lanzini into the back post. Ruddy produces a brilliant save there. Malumbu does clear it away. You feel this is the last attack of the game. In the 90th minute, falls to Tompkins with the header. Falls all the way back into Mahmoud Dahoud. Shoots. Ruddy saves. The game would come to an end, and it is yet another disappointing draw. 1-1 against Norwich, and we can see ourselves slipping down the table if we draw these kind of games, because we should be winning them. I'm not going to lie, it's not good enough for West Ham. We need to definitely focus and make sure we're better in the next episode, because that was not the best performance from West Ham, and I can tell you that for a fact. As you can see, Tompkins takes our man of the match with an 8.0 rating, doing very well, filling in the void that Winston Reid has left due to injury. Do some more training. Oxford and Loftus-Cheek looking brilliant, and Mark Seaborn looks to be growing a little bit more day by day. Very good to see that from him. But guys, that is bringing an end to today's video. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure you do smash that like button. It only takes a couple of seconds out of your day, and I really would appreciate it. If you are new around here, you haven't already, hit that subscribe button too. It really does help the channel grow, and you'll never miss a career mode video from me ever again. We are third in the Barclays Premier League here, 1 point off the top, but again, a loss could see us drop as far down as 10th. It is that close between us and mid-table. Thanks for watching me, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!